So let me be 100% transparent with you. YouTube is not forever if you don't do these key things. There's 2 or 3 things that you can do to make YouTube last forever, okay? Number 1, build a brand. If you build a brand will literally take you to the next level, okay? Let's say, for example, I don't know, you guys may have heard of Ryan's Toys. If you haven't, please do some research on him when you get some free time, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Ryan is probably 9 years old. He could probably be older by now, but he's probably 9 years old. He started a YouTube channel reviewing toys, right? Now, of course, when he was a kid just reviewing toys and showing them off, he was just playing with the toys, and it was very entertaining to other children that's his age. Well, let me tell you that Ryan is the #1 most paid YouTuber. He's been the #1 most paid YouTuber for the past few years. And literally, this kid's probably made over $25 million every single year from playing with toys. Now, let me tell you something about Ryan. Ryan is now in Target. He's in pretty much everywhere that they sell toys, you'll see his face. He has shows on Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. I'm pretty sure he's on Netflix. You can find Ryan pretty much everywhere. He's one of the largest channels on YouTube. But you know why? It's because Ryan did something very smart. He built a brand. So when Ryan's 18 years old and he's no longer playing with toys, guess what? He's still going to be in Target. He's still going to be in all these places that are selling his products, because all of his videos and all his content is built around this brand that can be reused and marketed forever. So, of course, he's not going to be able to do it forever, but because of who he is, maybe one day when he has a kid, he knows the model that he went through and the path that he took to be successful, and he'll be able to remodel the same thing. So that's one way of making YouTube last forever. Number 2, build a business. Now, there's so many different businesses out there that you guys can get into when you're on YouTube, okay? Now, one of the biggest businesses that people get into is drop shipping, or, just selling products in general. It can be digital products, it can be physical products. Building a business around the YouTube model. Say you guys are into designing clothes, or you're just making videos and you have cool clothing. You can sell that on YouTube, right? You have a business that you can scale, that can take you to the next level that YouTube probably won't be able to take you. You know what I'm saying? Most of my best months on YouTube come from the businesses that I started with YouTube, right? So there's so many different ventures that you can get into when it comes to building a business, and I'm sure you guys have plenty of ideas. But just understand that YouTube is the best opportunity when it comes to you getting all those views and all that traffic. You can turn those views and traffic into big dollars if you market your business correctly on your channel. And that's just something to think about there. Now, the final way that you can make YouTube last forever is by investing, okay? Now, this is all bringing in to the long-term mindset that you have to have going into this. YouTube can last forever if you decide to take that money and invest it into something that's going to turn into something else. For example, my first home, YouTube bought this first home. It's an investment, right? And so when I go into other, real estate deals and stuff like that, I can use my asset, which is my digital asset, and invest it into something that's more long-term, that's going to grow in equity over time, right? Real estate is one of the biggest investments that you guys can get into. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but just me being on YouTube with the experience that I've acquired over the time of me being on YouTube, I know that there's a lot of creators that were at a really big point because they weren't smart with their finances. They're literally back to where they were when they just started and they didn't have much. So you just want to be really smart with your finances. Even if this is something that you're just doing on the side, just to help you with bills, take this money and invest it somewhere. Hire a financial advisor. They can help you invest in stocks and EFTs and all those things, right? Take your finances and invest them into something that's long-term. You can do YouTube for as long as you want to, but it's not something that you want to do forever. So when you're earning a lot of revenue from this entity, you want to take it and just invest it as much as possible.